I exist to make my way within your dreams. You don't know this, your girl Sychora representing live for Imani Speak Show. Tune in and don't change that dial, yeah? Woo!
Okay, beautiful souls, I have got a fantastic guest for you this week. She's a beautiful lady, very talented, amazing voice. You're going to love her. Her name is Sychora. Sychora, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. How are you?
Oh, I'm so good. I'm so happy, so honoured to have you on the show. I know you've taken time out of your busy schedule and I really appreciate it. So I'm going to go without any further ado, just go straight into the interview with you. Sychora, can you tell us a little bit about your background, how you got started in the music business and just anything that you feel is relevant for the listeners to hear?
How I got started in the music business was a mere motivation of wanting to do it based on the fact that I lost my mother and she was a musician. She really loved music very much, and years has passed and I've met some people in the music industry that introduced me to Bobby Digital, and it went on from there. Then a lot was happening that time. That time was like 2009. A lot was happening and I had to take a back seat, just to chill out a little bit, learn a little bit more about the music before I even, try to sort out what was happening at that time. Then I came back in 2015 and I plan to stay.
Wow. First of all, I'd like to say I'm so sorry for the loss of your mum, and I can only imagine, what that's like for you. And she sounds like she was an amazing lady. And what would you say? Did you write anything that at that time that reflected your relationship with your mum and what had happened? What happened? Because I know you're a really strong songwriter, and I read an article where you said you really wanted to make sure that your songwriting, came through.
Yeah, I did a song that in 2009 that got released 2010. That was called "Keep It on the Low." It talks a lot about you work in the working field where a woman, a man, anyone is being taken advantage of. I saw my mother go through a whole lot of that, and I wanted to shed some light because even at that time when I was writing the music, I found myself going through a little of that, and I had to be brave for myself.
Yeah.
And the mere fact that my mother, she had gone through such a thing, so I can't really let it mess me up. I just know that at that time it wasn't the right time for me to pursue music. I had to learn about the business of music and other stuff, so I had to take a back seat. So that song, Keep It on the Low, was merely what was happening when it comes on to my mother and myself on this journey. But my mother had passed away years ago, in 2003.
Right, yeah, so sorry to hear, because our parents are such an important part of our lives, and I can hear in your voice that that this was a great loss to you, and we definitely send our condolences. What I'm going to do is I want to talk about some of your songs, because you are so good. Like I said, your voice and some of the songs that you've written as well, as in the one you've just mentioned. And what we're going to do, we're going to get you to talk about each song and play. So obviously you've explained about Keep It on the Low, was really just showing the difficulties of being a woman in this music business. And I've heard people say this as well, people have to remember that this is a business. And I love to hear that, a young woman like you is already clued up, that this is a business. And what makes you so strong? What makes you so wide awake to what's happening, in the business of music?
Okay. I think what makes me so strong is that my journey my journey through music was more of observation, a lot of observation. I listen a lot, and I observe a lot where I've learned very early what I wanted to pursue in the music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't want too much of the hype life. I just wanted to create art and put it out there into the world so that people receive it well, so that there's a place where people can come for good music and music to encourage, uplift and to inspire rather than music to bring you down or tear you down.
Absolutely.
So I didn't want to be a part of the rat race that was going on. So I learned that when you are in music for other reason, it can literally harm you. It can hurt you mentally, spiritually, physically, because music is a spiritual thing.
Yes.
And it can really ruin you. So I try my best to be as true to the music as possible, to be vulnerable, to be honest, to the music, and to know that within myself that, all right, why do I want to pursue music? Why do I want to take this road? Seeing that it's brought many people to their knees and stuff like that.
For sure.
For one, the music has an amazing platform for you to speak. You understand? It has an amazing platform for you to tell your truth. I want to tell my truth. I want to encourage. I want to uplift. I want to inspire. I want to leave my mark on the world. I want people to remember me for good music, good art form, and whatever it is that I'm capable of doing to enhance livelihood, to enhance life. You know what I mean? So I choose music for that purpose, not to make a fool of myself or to get lost in this world or just a lot of things that is happening now. So I try to stay clear from the noise and just create art.
I love your answer, Sychora. I think it's amazing, young woman and other young people hearing something like that who might want to get into the business. It's really important for them to know that, they have to be clued up about the business. And I'm really sort of proud and happy for you that you've managed to achieve that. So what we're going to do is we are going to play Keep It on the Low. Oh, thank you. That's a lot. That's lovely. As you heard there, we were talking about Keep It on the Low, and we just played that for you. Wonderful song by Sychora, my fantastic guest today on the show. Sychora, you are a songwriter and a fantastic singer. When did you know that you had the talent? When did it click for you that you had the talent to move people with your voice and your songs?
All right. When I was 6 years old, my mother left for the UK. But before she left, the day before was the first time I was ever exposed to music. I didn't know what it was. I just know that the first time I heard it was from my mother's voice. And the way that it made me feel, not even knowing what that was. You know what I mean? I didn't know what it was. I didn't know why I felt like that. I felt goosebumps. Now that I'm older, I can express that. I can clearly tell you that at that time of my life, when I first heard my mother's voice, it brought goosebumps to my skin. You know what I mean? And I was just a child. It moved me so much where I thought, right then and there that whatever that was, I wanted to be able to do that. I wanted for others to feel like that at the age of 6. So I knew then that was what I wanted to do, even though I didn't quite understand it at that time. I didn't understand. I just understood the feeling. And when I turned 12, I remember starting to write poetry with one of my friends. No, I couldn't read properly at that age. I couldn't spell properly at that age, but I knew what I was writing. So if I'm writing, like, if I'm trying to spell car and I get the spelling mixed up with cat, like I would say CAT car.
Right.
I knew that was car, so it was for me to know. Nobody else. So I'm writing my poetry like that, but I knew what I was writing. I was writing the word car. So my friend realized that I wasn't able to spell properly, so she would have helped me to spell, and from right then and there I started to write poetry. When I became 14 years old, I started to put my poetry into music and to sing and stuff like that when I was in high school. And your first song come from being in love with some boy, Yeah, your first special song comes from being in love. So, the rest is just history. But I knew from the age of 6 that was what I wanted to forever feel like that. I wanted to make others feel like that. So if that was music, that was what I wanted to do.
Beautiful answer. I love that. I mean, because that's the thing. I mean, your voice is so powerful, and what I like is you sing in you sing in different ways. There's sort of like a more, some of the songs are more folksy and kind of a spiritual slant to it, and then you've got that ability to sing powerful love songs, and it's really lovely. You've got a lot of flexibility to what you do with your voice and your work. I don't know if you agree with that.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I heard that a lot, from other persons, but when I'm writing music, I try to imagine myself as many different persons and what they would like to hear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, some people, they like power, they like strength.
Yes.
Some people like it soft and delicate, like skin.
I like that. Yes, I love that. So it's kind of got a spiritual, or just a really soft. Yeah, really lovely. Really lovely.
Yeah, so I try to go into the minds of many different people, because I don't want to just write for one type of person. I want to ensure that I can embody what everybody likes,
Very, very nice.
And usually these songs are like, things that might have happened in my life, and I've experienced it, and it was so beautiful, where I wonder how others will feel experiencing such a thing. I want to put it out there in the world, and whatever happened to it. It's no longer mine. It's for the person that receive it. That is for them.
That's beautiful.
It's no longer mine.
I love that. So it's for them to interpret as they choose. You've written a song, and you literally give it to the listener as a gift. I love that. Sychora, can you tell us about how, because you mentioned Skin there, how did Skin come about? What was the, how did that come into being?
Skin was first a poem. Alright, so for Skin, it was an experience that, you have this experience that you never had before, and you just can't stop thinking about it, so you just write it in poetry. So that's what I did. And the first time I got back into music at 2015, where I met my producer, who is Mr. Pottinger from Fat Chuck's Record. He invited me to his house, and he let me listen to some rhythm. And when I heard the rhythm for Skin, right then and there, the poetry was just flowing on Skin, and it just brought back everything to my memory as if it was just happening right at the exact moment. So Skin for me was a beautiful experience that I just had, and I wrapped it up in a bow, and I created it, and I put it out there to the world.
Beautiful. So Sychora, what we're going to do, we are obviously going to play Skin for the People. Okay, thank you, Sychora. That was beautiful, lovely, and I hope you, the listeners, enjoyed it. I am actually speaking to the talented and beautiful Sychora, who's taking time out to speak to us, all the way from, you're in Jamaica at the moment, is that right, Sychora? Yeah, all the way from Jamaica, and we're so honoured to have her. And we're talking about some of her amazing songs, and we're going to actually talk now about I Can't Sleep. What happened? What brought that about, Sychora?
Here I'm pretty much the only singer in Jamaica singing very soft songs and almost like, Celine Dion kind of vibes. And people are like, oh, dagger this and dagger that and tear out this and tear out that. And they're like, yo.
No. Yeah.
What you doing? My friends are like, yo, we want to go into party and we want to dance and we want to be dancing to your song. And we want this and we want that. I said, all right, then cool. Me and some of my girlfriends, we went to we had a girls' night out where we went to a party. Mm-hmm. It was Alka Vibe up somewhere uptown, and we were going crazy, and the vibes was nice, and the vibes was going crazy, and I met this person there. This person came all the way over to me and my friends, and he wanted to get me drink because obviously, he picked the one that he wanted to hang out with for the night. Mm-hmm. And he wanted to buy me drink, and one of my girlfriends said, hell no, you're not gonna buy her a drink. If you're gonna buy her a drink, you're gonna buy the whole crew drink. And he was like, yo, I can't really do that. I don't have the budget to buy all these drinks. So they were like, if you don't have the budget, then you can't be talking to my friend because my friend is this and my friend is that. So he was just behind every corner trying to get at me. He was there. He was everywhere trying to, like the Phantom of the Opera where the lady dance and you have this man just keep watching her. Yeah. Obsessively wanting to have this girl. So it just really brought that song to life. Like, wow. Just the first verse of the song, it was everything. It was what was going on, and because we were out there having such a wild time, I make sure that I put it on a dance beat so that people listen and want to dance. I exist to make my way within your dreams. You know what I mean? Nice. Don't resist it. These kind of things. It was just a lively night. It was just almost intimately chaotic, violent, beautiful, and big and loud. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It was amazing. So that's how I Can't Sleep come, because we did not leave that event until in the morning. And even in the morning when I went home, I just couldn't stop thinking about it. So the song just came. Wow. I wrote that song in the same week.
It's funny, hearing you talk about it, I can hear that you're reliving it, I could hear all the excitement and just kind of get an image of what it was like.
Every time I listen, it's like it comes back to me. So I know that words are power, because as soon as you put it in the world, it takes on life. So I have a huge responsibility to be careful of what I put out there in the world, and to ensure that whatever it is that I put out there in the world, it is to uplift, inspire, and create change, and bring positive energy and synergy, and give good feelings and stuff like that. I don't want to put out anything that will harm anyone, just make people aware of what's going on.
Absolutely, and you do just that. You do. When I listen to your music, I get that feeling, that vibe, and it takes you into a really nice space. So you are actually achieving that. So what we're going to do is, of course, I don't know if you want to introduce this next song, Sychora. Can you introduce I Can't Sleep for the people?
Yes, hi, you're listening to Imani Speak, and this is your girl Sychora, and we are playing I Can't Sleep. I really hope you enjoy it, because this was a big song for me, a just enjoy it, listen it, and be good.
Oh, Sychora, thank you. Another great song from you. And we've got a couple more that we want to talk to you about. And Revolution, that's a little bit different in the sense it sounds very much as though you're talking about life and people waking up. Tell us about Revolution.
All right. So for me, Revolution was an awakening moment, because I've never experienced. Personally, I've never experienced. I mean, I live in Jamaica. I get up and everything is airy, and we go do our business, and we come back home, and we will have vibe with family and stuff like that. So I've never experienced like racism or stuff like that.
Yes. Mm.
So you find that at the moment that I became aware of what was happening, there was like a lot of things going on social media.
Yes.
Because I have to go on social media some of the time to promote and stuff like that. So when I go on my Facebook and I go on all different kind of things, I see people protesting, lots of things happening, and lots of different kind of violence, and so I'm like, well, things are happening. Who's to be blamed? Everybody looking for someone to be blamed. For me personally, I feel like no one is blameless. You know what I mean? Everyone has a hand in what is going on in society today. You have the media, you have people that consumers, you have black, white, you have all different kind of thing. Everybody coming to one pot. For me, everything is love. You know what I mean? I want to preach love.
Yes.
But in order for me to preach love, I want people to be aware of the mere fact that if you don't prepare yourself in this time, if you don't prepare yourself for what is happening, if you don't try to learn forgiveness and try to come together as unity, as one, with love and strength, trying to help each other rather than fighting down each other and breaking down each other, then you have nothing more than to be buried in your sorrows tomorrow. It's not gonna stop if you don't learn forgiveness. Because remember, we go through all these things. Every day oppression happen. Every day fight and every day hatred happen. But the most important thing is love and forgiveness. You understand?
Yes. Okay.
Allow these things to teach us knowledge, like teach us to know that, all right, we're not going to repeat the past. We're going to find new ways for a better tomorrow. If you're not prepared now, you're only left to drown in your sorrows tomorrow, because it will never stop. If you don't learn forgiveness, if you don't learn love, if you don't try to work together, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, Indian, Jamaican, African, American, the UK, it doesn't matter. We are all one people. We are all human beings. Yes. You understand? And we are capable of love, and we are capable of forgiveness. If we're not willing to forgive each other, if we're not willing to try to love each other, whether a person still put you through hatred, you show them love. Keep showing them love. Eventually, they will realize that they're the only one living in this world with hatred. You understand? And eventually, the love will be so strong, the unity will be so strong that it has to bring forth change. You understand what I'm saying? But if a person is not willing to make this step, then we're all going to be drowning in our sorrows tomorrow, because this is revolution. You understand what I'm saying?
I do understand, and I think that's really powerful coming from you, because you obviously you've got a big platform. You're a singer. You're, as you said earlier on, what you represent is very important, because especially the young generation looking at you as a young person, they're going to. So I think that's really powerful what you've just said, and you're so right. There's only one race. There is the human race, and we should remember that, because do we not want a better tomorrow for our children?
And if we don't, I just feel woe be unto them, woe be unto our future generation, woe be unto us. There's just nothing. If you make the hatred stronger than love, we won't have a human race,
Yeah.
because life won't mean anything, and life should be the most important thing. It should be honored, it should be respected, it should be cherished, it should be loved. Look at the grass, look at the trees, everything is different. Look at the animal, everything is different. You don't see the dog fighting the tree. You understand what I'm saying? Why are we fighting each other? You know what I mean? Look at the tree. There's many different species of trees, flowers, many different colors, many different species of dogs and cats and animals, and many different types of oceans, and nothing is fighting against each other. The day is different from the night. You're not seeing them fighting.
Not at all. This
And you
harmonized,
understand
yeah.
why are we only one that are fighting? And we are supposed to be the greatest species. We are man on the face of the earth. Why are we fighting? We're supposed to be teaching each other, building each other, creating one unity, building within ourselves the God consciousness, the love, the forgiveness. Why are we fighting? But then again, I say, if we're not prepared to love and respect and honor each other, then this will forever be a revolution.
Yeah, and that's definitely not good for our future here on Earth. You're so right. You're so right. Oh wow, that is so powerful, Sychora. Please introduce the people to Revolution. They need to hear this.
Yeah, you're listening to Sychora once again, and this is Imani Speak, and this is one of my fourth single of my upcoming album, which is called Rustic Energy. This is Revolution.
Again, thank you so much, Sychora. Another powerful song, and I'm sure it's really opened people up and let them, make them think about what we're really here for. And as you say, life is love and love is life, and that's what we're here for. And your song depicted that so beautifully. Sychora,
thank you so much.
Oh, bless you. I know we're limited for time, but I've got to talk to you about Tell Me How You Feel. How did that song come about?
Oh my gosh. Tell me how you feel. Oh my God. As women, we tend to, when we first find love,
yes.
when we first find love, whether it's bad or good, we tend to just dive in. You know what I mean?
Yes.
For me, unfortunately, my first time loving someone was a very bad experience that taught me what true love was. It was so overpowering and hurtful, where when I came into the place to love again, the mindset to love again, it was something completely different and something completely honest. You know what I mean? Where it just opened my eyes and opened my mind and opened my heart again to experience, to relive, to live a love that I thought was a bad thing. It became something so beautiful. Tell Me How You Feel happened in my second relationship, where I met this person and he was so good to me. But I've never experienced anything like that. I've just experienced some bad thing after the other. And I'm like, who is this person? Is this what love is? Do you really love me? How you feel? Is it, I kept questioning everything. Like, I couldn't really believe it. And the way that this person was with me, and worse, we had this long distance relationship. So I'm like, if
Wow.
I'm not there being with you every day, how could you afford such love for me if I'm not even there 24/7 of the day? So it was scary, it was nerve wracking, but it was exciting, and I just couldn't help myself. So Tell Me How You Feel was just, it was just me. It was just raw, and it was just me just opening up to a person that could had the power to treat me the way that everybody else did, but he didn't. He showed me the utmost love and respect and cherish, and I just couldn't believe that that kind of love existed.
Wow.
So that's how Tell Me How You Feel came.
Oh, that sounds so lovely. And, that's the thing. Most women are definitely going to relate to that because, it's love. If any, every woman has got that special love, and they can go back in time and say, oh, so it's a beautiful, beautiful title. And I think we should let the people hear the song. What do you
Yeah.
think? So go ahead.
Thing just thing. Hey guys, it's your girl Sychora from Kingston, Jamaica, where I'm eating my ice
Yay.
cream and it is hot like hell.
Woo.
So I introduce you to a more tropical kind of vibe. Tell me how you feel. My apologies.
Wow. Okay, people, especially ladies, I'm sure you can relate to that lovely song by a beautiful Sychora. Now, Sychora, there is one more song I want to talk to you about, and this is the first song I heard of that and that's what kind of like, wow, Can you talk to us about Undercover Lover? Why did you do this, and how did you come to do this song?
Okay, so Undercover Lover was a continuation of Skin. So
Ah,
after meeting that person, and you just wanting this, you just having this experience with this person, you know what I mean?
hmm.
That is so beautiful, that is so adult and stuff like that. I am like, naturally when it comes on to love and stuff like that, because I'm a very open person. Sometimes based on the person I'm around, it has my feeling, my emotion has a way of transmuting based on the energy that I'm around. So sometimes
Yes.
it's soft, and sometimes it's rough, and sometimes it's fragile, and so when I had experienced such a thing with this person, I just felt like, all right, this is how you are, wonderful, and I'm just wanting to escape beneath your skin and all these different things. Now I just want you to see the type of woman that I've grown into, a woman that is very strong and sophisticated,
Good.
and I just want you to know that I appreciate you. I want to keep you to myself. I don't want to share you with no one. You understand? I want to keep you to myself. I want to cherish you. I want to show you how much I appreciate you. So this song is especially for the men, to
Ooh,
know that when
there
you
you
meet
go.
that woman, this is the type of man that I want. I want a man that uplift my spirit, educate me, treat me nice, make me feel like the way a woman, not even a girl, like the way a
A
woman is
woman.
supposed
Yeah.
to respect me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Respect me. Show me your appreciation. And when you make me feel like the queen that I am, this is how I appreciate you. And I make sure that no one, I don't want anyone to know of this, because I don't want no one to take this from me. I want this to myself. That's how Undercover Lover came,
Uh-huh.
because I wanted to keep it to
To
myself.
yourself.
You know what I
Yes, I
mean?
love that.
to myself. You know, we're women, you know. So, you know, when we have something that's special, we don't want our friends to know. We don't want nobody to know because we don't want them coming prying and wanting to know too much. You know, we want to just have that to ourselves. So that was what happened. I was just so overwhelmed with all these this strength, these desires, these love, this connection, this energy that I just couldn't share it. You know what I mean? And then it happened that I share it because I'm just thinking that really and truly, when you really look into it, you have to make the world know that love like this really exists.
Yes.
You know what I mean? A man, that special man is out there that elevates your mind, that is not afraid of your strength as a woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He uplifts, he treats you well, he gives you the floor and say, walk, my goddess. You know what I mean? And I just felt like I was standing in my power, I was standing in my pride, and I was just all woman.
Woo!
And that was what that was what it I was just so overwhelmed and so happy writing that song. You know, it was just something that I even want to tell you, when I was writing this song, you know, the rhythm that I got to write this song on, you know, it's a vintage rhythm where a lot of big song came from this rhythm. This rhythm was like so much. I mean, I was so afraid of this rhythm. I didn't even want to go on this rhythm because I'm like, yo, you wouldn't even know, you know, I don't want to go on this rhythm and then mess up and, you know, people say, oh, you know, she tried. And no, I wanted to stand on this rhythm like the goddess that I am, or that the goddess that I see myself as. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I wanted to say my truth on this rhythm. I wanted to embody this rhythm and sound like Sychora. I just wanted to just show myself on this rhythm. And the mere fact that I was loved and I was appreciated, and I want this man to know that wherever he is in the world, listen, you are loved and you are appreciated by Sychora.
Wow. Sychora, you know what? That's exactly what you did. That song, it like, whoa, you know. And I'm shocked that you were scared of singing on that rhythm, because you did such a great job. And that's what made me want to, you know, listen to more of your work. And then I thought, wow, you know, she does all these different things. So you absolutely did everything, you know, great. So there was no need for you to be scared. Definitely not.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And with that said, please introduce Undercover Lover.
To all the men out there that are looking for the woman to appreciate you, to respect you, you know, here's what you should look for. Here's Undercover Lover. Stay tuned. This is your girl Sychora, and we're listening to Imani speak. Big up yourself to all the man them every time. Woo!
Woo! I love it. Oh, wow. Sychora, oh my God. Yes, you did it again. Sychora, you know, it's been amazing speaking to you. How can people get these phenomenal songs? How can people hear your amazing voice and energy? How can they get hold of your work?
All right. So all my work is on all digital platform. You have CD Baby, you have Spotify, you have Tidal, you have all of these digital platforms. So you can go on there. You can find me at Sychora, SYCORAH. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all social media platforms by my brand, Sychora, SYCORAH. Yeah, and if, you know, in terms of business and stuff like that, if people needed to get a hold of me, they can contact me at Sychora@gmail.com. and that's Sychora, Sycorah @gmail.com, and Sychora on all social media platforms, Sychora on all digital platforms for my music and video, and also Sychora at Sychora11 on YouTube. It would be nice for them to, subscribe and follow
Yes.
and stuff like that.
Yes, definitely do that. Subscribe to Sychora's YouTube channel, and you will definitely be very pleasantly surprised and not disappointed. Sychora, you're a young lady that is like a motivational speaker. Before we wrap up, because I know you've got to go, but can you just share with anyone, maybe a young woman listening and think, wow, I'd love to be like Sychora, or anyone who definitely needs that sort of, just to really come out of themselves and follow their dream like you have done. What would you say to such a person listening who may be feeling, I can't do what Sychora is doing?
Well, I would say that first you have to really look within yourself and decide what you want. If music is what you want, don't be afraid of it. Open up yourself to it. Learn all that you can learn about it. Make that effort to invest within yourself, because if you don't invest in yourself, nobody else will. Believe in yourself, because if you don't first believe in yourself, no one else will believe you. You understand? And remember, try to create a world that is suitable for you inside and out. So you have to start with inside. You create a world, a universe by belief, love, respect, these kind of things, and eventually it will open an outer universe for you. You know what I mean? So just believe in yourself, respect yourself enough to learn and to watch yourself grow, and never be afraid of taking on the risk to invest in yourself.
Wow, that's powerful. Sychora, I am oh my God, everything you said has been amazing. And I'm sure you've touched people, with your powerful words and your beautiful energy. And thank you so much. Is there anything that you would like, anything else you want to say, or have you said all that you need to say?
Well, one more thing that I would love to say is, when I write music, I write for many different types of people, because I try to put myself in as much shoes I can, So for a person that is going through a lot, I try to put myself in that shoes to figure out how is this person feeling, what this person must be going through, you know what I mean? So my music is just a living art that I would love for others to just take the time out. I know it's not the type of music that is out there now, loud and all about parties and stuff like this, but it's for a better tomorrow, I believe, to bring back that authentic way of life, love, respect, appreciation, and just being a person of your word, all these principles that the world is lacking. Try to embody it in the music. So I pray that everyone will go out, give it a time a day, and just to enjoy it, and know that it is from Sychora with love.
Sychora, thank you so much. Really appreciate you, really appreciate your work, and I wish you continued success in all that you're doing.
Thank you. I wish you the same. Thank you so much, and big up all Massive and crew in the UK, everywhere on the ground. This is your girl from Kingston, Jamaica. You're listening to Imani Speak, and this is Sychora, Sychora.